So you get to operate in that high vibrational frequency of you being so loving and nurturing and caring and have nothing to offer. Let your unhaving to offer as keep it moving. Never let anyone tell you that you have nothing to offer. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Midpoint. I am your girl, Dailande. You can also call me Aglaye. Shout outs to you guys. In this video, we're going to be talking about people that got the nerve to try to tell you that you have nothing to offer. Okay? I can't stand hearing this. Okay? Not to say that I hear it all the time. I did have someone tell me that. One person did tell me that, and then other people perhaps in their actions. But I just feel like that is a horrible way to really disconnect somebody from themselves, from their purpose, from their value, from who they really are. And usually most people that are saying these things or doing these things or trying to act like you have nothing to offer, right? It's usually because they can't seem to manipulate you, to get what they want. They can't seem to leech off of you, right? Or they just can't seem to use you in any way. So they're going to try to demean you and make you feel like you could never go and get more or do more for yourself. Or they'll make you feel like, the love that you're able to give, the mindset that you have, the conversation that you can have, the pouring into them, the loving and the nurturing is not enough. If your money is low, for whatever reason, maybe you do need to get better. Maybe it's just a lesson to teach you, hey, you need to get better with your finances, with budgeting, with balancing, not overspending, all of those things, which is all accurate. You definitely need to be able to do those things so you could provide a more of a safety, stability, security for yourself. Although I generally don't really believe too much in security, because I feel like one bad earthquake or one bad fire will take away all of that security, right? However, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't prepare for emergencies such as that, right? Saving will allow you to have some cushion to be able to maneuver if certain type of emergencies happen like that. However, to really just completely omit the fact that you could be very nurturing and loving and supportive and creative, you could be teachable, you are a great partner, or any other characteristic really that is priceless, that can really shift your entire life and shift your life creating or co-creating with someone else, to really dump that down and to make it seem like it's not worth anything is pure lies and just complete manipulative behavior. I remember, I'm going to tell you guys a story. I remember I was dating someone that was trying to tell me that I had nothing to offer. This person, and it's funny because this person I actually gave a second chance to. I usually don't, but I gave a different, I went back, right? I went back. So automatically I'm already going to see it in the comment signs. This is why you don't go back. And I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to say what I think, right? What happened. And usually you want to listen to your intuition too, because it's usually right. It may suck. You may not want to hear it. It may not feel good, but it may be the truth, right? So I remember this person was telling me, this is so funny too, because at one moment before this, it was like, I can't have any conversation like this with anybody else. I think you're super dope. I think you're super smart. We're building, right? Having amazing conversations about occultism, esotericism, the society, conformity, just having a whole bunch of very mind stimulating conversations. And it was a cool relationship. We could have been good if we just remained friends, to be honest with you. However, when that line was crossed, now it was like, at one point, I remember I was like, hey, we should go out or something like that. And the person was like, oh, I don't have to take you out to prove that I like you. And then that was already a red flag for me, because I'm like, I didn't even go this far. I just said, let's go out, right? But that's how they took it, okay? And just the simple fact that somebody has to take it there, it's already a red flag to let you know this isn't going to go anywhere. But it also really, I thought it was super interesting, right? So now you step up for yourself and you're like, okay, this isn't going to work. And all of a sudden it was like another conversation. It wasn't the same day, maybe a week or two later. But it was like, well, you have nothing to offer, and I think at the time, if it's just interesting because people would like to put someone else that may have like a house or a practitioner, like they're practitioners, or they're getting a master's degree, or people put more emphasis on having something to offer with those degrees than other thing that takes relationships to function well, right? And it's so funny because yes, it's great to uplift yourself, uplift your life, to get the degrees and do all the things that you want to do. However, those things do not define you. Those things don't define you. I don't know how many countless of practitioners and master degree having people that don't have a job in their field right now. And that just shows you where the state of perspective and mindset some people have. When in all actuality, to me, what I feel that grows a relationship, a home, is love, is nurture, is communication, planning together, working together, right? I don't know how many times I would hear a man is no longer with a woman, or a woman is no longer with a man because they're not supportive, or they're trying to be controlling. They want to do things their way. I don't know how many men done waste so much money on a woman that they consider their wife or a partner, and that woman has not even poured into their creativity, their passions, the things that they want to do, right? To fuel them, to pour into them, to let them know that you're not by yourself. Like, you believe in you and I believe in you. Like, we can do this. To really pour, like, that amount of intention and attention to pour into yourself, into others, especially your household, is so important. But people really like to pass that on the side and don't really see that as value. But it's usually because a lot of people's mindsets are shifting. And never mind, the hormone shifts that a lot of men are going through because of the food intake, the information intake, and vice versa for the women as well. You are changing on a genetical base, so I wouldn't be surprised if your mind is distorted. I get it. And just to make sure that I'm not sounding like I'm condescending or anything like that, I want to be clear. I'm not even speaking specifically about this individual when I say that statement about mindset, but it's really more so like, because this individual is extremely wise, very wise. However, when we get to the point in society where you guys are deciding people's worth based on what they can do for you, it's a little bit scary. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying for you to go deal with somebody who's not doing nothing for themselves, because that's how people like to take it too. You're having a conversation, but then people want to take it all the way far left. Oh yeah, so just go deal with somebody that plays video games all day and do nothing for themselves. If you're living with your mother, there's nothing wrong with it, especially if you're helping out with rent, if you're helping out in other ways. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But of course, if you're working to do better, or you want to get your own space, that's fine too. There's people that can afford to take care of their mother and they're still living with their mother. That's fine too, But for you to put someone down because of that, and you don't know the full story, or you don't even see the other ways, the other great characteristics this person has, you're very limiting, and you're only shortening yourself, your gifts. But everybody does that. I just also want to say, for me, I think it's super important for you to distance yourself from individuals like that. Of course, we haven't communicated in years, but it's only because I cherish who I am as a light being. I cherish who I am, my mindset, my ability to love, things that people want to kind of like throw under the bus, right? Things that at the end of the day, after you have been used up, you need. Now you need the person you threw under the bus, right? Now you need that nurturing, that love, that light. You need that speaking onto. You need those priceless characteristics and individuals that you don't even see around you within your peers or friends or family members. Now that's what you're looking for. So now when it's gone, that's when you realize, oh man, that was, that wasn't cool. But those are all lessons. And I hope that everybody could take heed to that. But if you ever been in a position where anyone made you feel like you weren't enough, baby boy, baby girl, let me let you know, you are more than enough. You are more than enough. You're very, you could be very supportive. You could be very nurturing. You could be very loving. These are characteristics a lot of people, look at the world. A lot of people seem to be missing nowadays, okay? You are enough. These are energies that help to create and to change the state of consciousness worldwide. And again, it's not to say that you just want to be comfortable with those God-given abilities, right? Those characteristics. You definitely want to work on all facets of you, mentally, financially, physically, socially, all aspects of you, to make sure that you're creating some type of balance in that. But the core of you, when your vessel is no longer here, you're operating in your Merkaba, your light body field right now. And you're only going to be this person in this lifetime, right? As far as you know it, you're going to be Lucy this lifetime right now. You're going to be James this lifetime right now. You're going to be Aglaye right now this lifetime. This is the only time you will ever be that. So you want to be the best of that you can be. Cherish that and keep developing that. Always be a student of life, always growing and evolving. But most importantly, surround yourself with other people that want to celebrate you. Just like how you celebrate yourself, your differences, your uniqueness. What makes you so different is your uniqueness, because no one else could ever be like you. Now you'll have some doppelgangers. You'll have some people that possibly would try to even steal certain characteristics of you, steal certain things that you say, not even, make it seem like they got it from you. They'll come back around and feed you something you fed them. And that's okay, because it's all light. And you know that when you leave here, that's what matters. Your ability to share that light currently is what's going to matter at the end of the day. Your ability to have been expressive, to be yourself authentically, that's what will matter. So I want you to know that you are deserving of the best. You're deserving of love, of support, of people that celebrate you. Either if it's your new soul tribe, family, a partner. Make damn sure your partner is a vibrational match to you and who you are and what you stand for and what you're here to do. It's super important, because you guys are going to be feeding off of each other. Okay, not to make it sound like that, but it's like you're going to be closest to their vicinity. Your Merkaba is going to be interacting with their Merkaba. Your energetical field will be interacting with theirs. So make sure they're also in accordance with what is in alignment for you. I've that was a lesson my entire life. I had to keep learning from different energetical fields that did not match my vibration. And I had to keep learning lessons to really understand, number one, everyone is not for you. Everyone may want to be with you, but that doesn't mean everyone is for you. And it's not to put down anyone. Everyone has their match. And until they could reach your match, or you could reach somebody else's match, you're not a match. And you want to be very, very careful with that, because the coming together of those mixed matching energy can really create something that you don't want to experience. So the next time someone wants to tell you that you don't offer anything, just kindly remove yourself. Just be like, okay, no problem. See you later. Because usually that sounds like tactics of manipulation. It sounds like tactics of control. Something, they can't use you for something. They can't steal something from you. Okay? And I'll probably do another video on this, but if you ever been in a situation where you would be in a relationship and then you end up breaking up and you feel less than, I feel like that was the goal, for them to come and steal your light, your energy, to make you imbalanced, because you feel too empowered, too loved, too nurturing, too connected to source. You're too happy. People will come and make you sad. People will come and steal that light, that energy from you. because they can't create without it. So they come and take it from you. They don't think you should have that energy, but they don't realize that you get to keep moving on with your energy, and you get to keep calling back your energy after working and creating that kind of like field with a vibrational an entity that wasn't a match to you. You can't be with somebody that's not a match to you, right? So you get to operate in that high vibrational frequency of you being so loving and nurturing and caring and have nothing to offer. Let your unhaving to offer as keep it moving. We are way too consumed with what others can do for us. Way too consumed. Instead of working on how to build this together, how to do this together. And then it's funny, whenever you say those those words, yeah, because you're creating worlds, people are like, oh, even this person don't know what they're talking about. They lost in the sauce. They're going to get taken advantage of all the time. It could be true. But now with discernment, with knowing this fact, from you watching this video alone and maybe other videos, watching other people's life experiences, or even you going through some experiences, you realize, yes, some people will take advantage. But now you get to have discernment and you get to set boundaries, right? You get to vet out other people. And you get to keep expressing your unique self until you attract that vibrational match. And you test it out. You vet it out. You don't rush. You're not impulsive. Okay? Because the long game is what's going to create that stability and that foundation that you're looking for. And it's not going to be just with money. It's going to be with nurture. It's going to be with intimacy. It's going to be with communication. It's going to be with purpose. It's going to be with drive, ambition, love, support, you know, all the things that somebody would deem not worthy of anything, right? You know, all the things that are priceless anyway. Even just now with me saying worlds, it's like people want to come in and manipulate and control to create their world for you. They want you to create their world so you can live in and be miserable in, instead of you guys creating a world together. I've had someone say, oh, you're engaged now, or you're married now, or, you know, if you're a wife now, you have to do this and you have to do that. And I'm like, that sounds like societal rules. Certain things, yes, we can come together and we can do it. You know, some women are better at doing certain things. Men are better at doing certain things. Down to the nature of it, that's what it is. Okay? Men are genetically, like, they're stronger than us. Okay? They may even be faster than us. And I'm not talking about you if you run track. I'm not talking about you if you weigh more than him. Whatever, you know? And women could be a little bit more nurturing. They're easier around the kitchen. But then we see master men shift that are easier around the kitchen. So it's all about what you want to create in your own reality, in your own world, with your partner, with your children, with your friends, with your ecosystem, your E-system, your energy system. It doesn't have to look like what the world says it is. You can come with someone else mentally and create your own worlds. All right? That's real unity. We got to be very careful, because we're meant to really just flow with life and enjoy the experiences, but also be aware of what's coming towards us by vetting it out. I didn't really understand that process. I wasn't given like a blueprint, and I know a lot of people aren't, but some people, if you were blessed to have a brother or brothers or father or actively wise men, uncles in your life, you're able to get some type of direction, because men represent the linear energy, right? They have some type of direction. And if you didn't have that kind of wisdom, you kind of gone through a few things like I have. But along with that came a lot of lessons, but also a lot of wisdom. And I'm always open to learning more. I don't really call myself like someone that is like above other people. No. If you know me, I'm usually like, some people are like, why aren't you further ahead? Because I'm in the back. And that's okay. That's okay. Because usually if you're that type of person, you're possibly being heralded to be a leader. You're possibly being heralded to come out into the forefront because of those characteristics. And you're needed now more than ever, because the confusion of what a leader really looks like is just running rampant. But I can keep going on all day. I really just wanted to come on here because I really had an experience yesterday about that. And then that experience that I had came to mind when it came to someone trying to tell someone else that they have nothing to offer. And then I think about people's selfishness and their ways to try to like manipulate others, to steal, rob, whatever from them, because they feel like they're lacking a certain thing from themselves. We've all, just like how everybody has the same 24 hours, everybody has the same abilities if we choose to believe it and work on it, right? So if you've ever been put in that position, or if you feel that way right now, please get yourself up out of that funk, because your uniqueness is what makes you you. In fact, you should wear some type of badge of honor, because if you're being attacked for whatever it is that you're being claimed for not having any worth of, most likely 9 times out of 10, that's because they're lacking it in themselves and they want it from you. Or they want you not to have it, so they're going to beat you down emotionally to make you feel less than. And don't let them. Because obviously, you're worth something. A lot more than what they thought or said. Okay? That was the video, you guys. Hit the like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in and for your attention. I love you. I'll see you next time. Peace out.